This mistake cost me over $120,000, and let me explain why. I come from a town called Cleveland, Mississippi. It's a small town. People are pregnant by the age of 17. People don't have fathers. People live on welfare. And a lot of people from this particular town and where I'm from, we don't make millions of dollars. We don't grow up and yet alone lose hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying? But I also learn things along the way, and the mistakes that I've learned, I'm gonna teach you in this video. My name is Des Howard. I've been helping entrepreneurs get 0% interest business funding for the last 5 to 6 years to scale their businesses to over $20,000 a month. A lot of people do this specific thing, which is they live in their past present rather than living in their future present. I'm a victim of this, and I'll explain how. One day, I was traveling back and forth from my home to my mother's home. I had just purchased a $7,500 dog, and I drove home late at night. If y'all don't know, I used to live in Atlanta, Georgia, Midtown, and y'all know what happens in Atlanta, Georgia. Things get stolen. And I came home, and I left my computer bag in the car, and I took my dog upstairs because in Georgia, they like dogs and they like to steal things from people's cars. And this is what happened. They stole my computer bag, and I had over $120,000 worth of crypto in my computer bag. It really hurt me to find out that someone stole it and I couldn't do anything about it. The reason I'm telling you guys this story is simply because after that time, what I realized is that I couldn't do nothing in life. I was very distraught. I was very unwilling. I was unmotivated. And I kept living in my past because I thought that, it was gonna somehow bring it back. And I realized that a lot of entrepreneurs do this because unfortunately enough, I had entrepreneur friends that were making millions of dollars, and I actually called them. And we'll put the video up here and I'll show you guys exactly what was said on this call. But essentially, I was calling my friend and I was like, hey, bro, I lost over $120,000. I haven't, been able to pretty much recover from it, blah, blah, blah.
So you said I wasted 6 months of my life.
Fuck your laser. That's some weak shit.
And my friend literally just laughed at me. And he said, how long ago was that?
6 months? I made a couple M's in 6 months.
Oh my God. You didn't just say 1, you said 2.
You can change your life in 6 months.
He said, 6 months. He said, in 3 months, I'm gonna make another $1 million. He said, you have to actually get over the situation because if not, that's gonna block you from your future blessings. And from that moment alone is my aha moment to where I realized that I was living in my present past, which means kind of like the old head that you see at the basketball course and they say, I used to be this, or I used to be this. And I felt like that was me living through the money that I used to have and I currently didn't have at the moment. That aha moment took me to another level because now, as far as moving forward, I was taking from my future. I wrote down my goals. I took from my future to live in my present. And a lot of people, for example, don't do this because they drive their cars, right? And they look forward. And this is the best example I can give you guys. Most people, you don't drive a car and look backwards. That's the same thing as taking from past relationships, past failures, past traumas, and living in your present now to say, hey, this is what I've accomplished. And the only thing, if you look in the back, if you look backwards, you can only go backwards. But if you look forward, you can take a step forward. And so the example of me giving you the car and people driving forward and looking backwards, guess what? You're gonna crash. And that's typically what happens with people. They crash out because they're living in their past. So in this video, I want you guys to understand that you have to take from your future to live in your present so that you can continue to move forward and you can continue to grow at a rapid and a faster pace. And that aha moment that my friend gave me was me from that day forward living in my future present rather than my past present. If you don't learn anything from this video, if you don't learn anything from me, take my mistake of losing over $120,000. That's a lot of money for me because guess what? I come from poverty, and losing that amount of money actually put me into a depressed mode. It kept me unmotivated, but luckily I changed my environment and I had people around me just laughing at me saying that that's not a lot of money. And some people may be watching this video and still think that is a lot of money, but it's only a lot of money to the people who is looking at it, and you only thinking about that from your current situation. So if you're in the current situation where you're honestly broke, you honestly don't know what to do, and you're looking for somewhere to go, first off, I want you to go ahead and click link in the bio, book a call with my team, because my team is gonna be able to help individuals like you to start a business and grow it from 0 to 100K a month, because we help individuals like you get 0% interest business funding and grow your business rapidly without having to have that strain on you. So don't be like me and lose $120,000 in a day right? And live in your past present rather than living in your future present. My name is Des Howard. I've been doing this for about 6 or 7 years. Go ahead and click the link below and subscribe, and we're gonna give you more content on how to not be ass like me.